Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So excited and happy to be back. And we are just cracking up because it's like you can get back up on a wheel. I get back up on a wheel. Who's getting back up on a wheel? Okay, we're only into this for 1 minute, and I can tell that it's going to be funny. We're all sitting here. You can't see Joan and our surprise in the background there. And Joan's just like, what's going on? And she hasn't clicked go live because, as you all know, I'm not allowed to touch anything. Oh my goodness, I have missed you. I have missed you all so very, very much. Hi, it's Jules from Jewel Loom, and we have not gone live in a hot minute, mostly because of technical difficulties. And I have done a lot of things to improve the quality of the stream, and so far I'm digging it. It looks like it's going good. Hopefully on your end, you're hearing me and you're seeing me, and I'm not fuzzy or blurry. And so we're hopeful that we'll be able to get back on the bike, not just the wheel, but the bike. and get back to our weekly gatherings. So happy. We're streaming to both the YouTube channel. We're streaming to the Jewel Loom Facebook page, and we're also streaming to my creator page on the Facebook. So you're getting a lot of Jewel, and it's so great. Hi, Sandy and Elizabeth and Kay and Linda, Ileana, and Rosario and Sherry. So great to see all of you. Hey, listen, today is all about the Creative Soul Box. And, I was thinking about the evolution of the Creative Soul community. And, back in late 2020, Sarah Lovecraft and I actually had come together, and we were playing around, and we designed a couple of the boxes in the beginning, and had a lot of fun with that. And then I started doing the designs and the curating, and I looked back in the school, and there's like at least 36 courses. 36 courses, and that's a lot. So the original concept was that a project would be designed, and then I would go curate everything to make the project. And that was really awesome for quite a long time. And then I went to the Czech Republic and bought a lot of beads, which I was just saying, I found a box that never made it to anywhere except for my studio. So I'm going to be going through that and coming up with some new bead kits. And so earlier this year, I did share with the community how I was able to get involved with a really great buying deal. And so you probably, if you're a Creative Soul member, have seen where in your box you had oodles of beads. There were like 15 to 17 strands of Czech glass beads, gorgeous, different colors, different sizes and shapes. And so we did that. And the last one of those boxes pretty much shipped out in July. And so this has been one of those things where I'm laying in bed at night going, where are we going next? What are we doing? And I've thought about a couple of different things. And funny enough, I even did a video, and I put it on private for a while. And then I was like, yeah, I've changed my mind. So I deleted that one. Nobody saw it but me and the YouTube, whoever. And then I just thought, I want to do some things that are easy, but complicated and cool and different. And so the seed bead program, the seed bead projects came to birth. And of course, our fabulous friend, Danielle, I can't think of anyone else that I would want to do that with. And so I got together with Danielle. We talked about it. Super stoked to take Creative Soul to yet another level. And there's still more. And so where I come in, Where I come in is that there's been so many times that I've wanted to share something with the Creative Soul community that was just like not really a project that I could curate all the items for. And so I'm still brainstorming and dreaming about what that whole thing's going to be. But it'll be fabulous. I always do fabulous. And so we'll see where all of that manifests and comes to. But the most important thing and the most yummy, delicious thing that I am so grateful for is that Danielle Wicks, we can bring Danielle in. Danielle and I have been talking and for quite a long time. Like we've always done some things together, but we started brainstorming and talking about Creative Soul and what could we do together. And so I'm super excited. Danielle designed the project for the August Creative Soul box, which I'll get to a couple of those details in a second here. And she's doing the PDFs and she's doing the instruction, and when needed, she's doing some video. And so Danielle uploaded everything into the school. And if you recall, the school lives on my Kajabi platform, and it's jewelloomschool.com or julianaavilar.com. It all points to the same stuff. And I went and I checked out what Danielle did, and I was like, oh my God. Like I did a preview. I looked at everything. There were 20 lessons and 3 PDFs. And I was like, girl, are you kidding me right now? Like exceeded every expectation, every dream, everything that I could have wanted for the Creative Soul community. And so I am like over the moon, stoked to welcome in our very own our very own, like we own her. I think everybody just loves you so much. It's like you're everyone's sister, everyone's auntie, everyone's beady pal, So Danielle, thank you so much. I'm just super stoked. And this project is like off the charts.
Oh, thank you. That was quite the introduction.
Yeah. I'm so stoked. I mean, I'm real excited because I know how much you love the original Jewel Loom.
Yep.
And I think that we're in a period of time, like in a couple different categories of life, where we going back to the basics is like always a great idea, And I think with the Jewel Loom, the original Jewel Loom, where is she? It's such a great loom and it's so easy to use. You've been using it since day one. You have a love for the original Jewel Loom. And so it just makes me so happy that you even did a video showing how you warped the Jewel Loom, and I'm watching it cracking up because it's completely different than what. And I'm like, she did what? And I'm like, that's so cool. Like, and I love that. Tell people a little bit about that process.
Well, I mean, I got my first Jewel Loom when it first came out. I remember I ordered it and it arrived, and I just started. I was really obsessed with looming at the time, and I liked making my own patterns. I was still using graph paper and coloring pencils and all that. And
no way. That's so cool.
I was cranking out like a loom bracelet a day. I get obsessed about stuff. And but the instructions say to tie the knot on the knob first, and then I was just following what it said in the book. But then I found out that wasn't actually what everyone else was doing.
Everybody had.
Yep.
Honestly, Danielle, I think the thing about the Jewel Loom that I love so much is that as long as you get to where you need to be, like, the ultimate goal is to warp your loom. And, there's all these different buttons, right? Like originally we were tying off on a button, there was even a time when we were tying off back here. I mean, people work with it in the new upright position on the stand, or, you know, in front of you or sideways. Like Trisha is a side to side girl, but everyone gets to
Interesting.
where yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
going where they're going. I taught one time at JTV and everybody was like, everybody's loom was like, and I was like, it's good. It's good. You're still going to get to where you got to be. So I love that. I just love that.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super fun and it's easy to use and it fits in your purse so you can just take it with you wherever you're going.
Yeah.
So that's the best
Yeah.
part.
The portability of it is fantastic. And um, I think we need to do, you know, more creative things. And I've always believed that the loom is just such a beautiful, soulful dance. And, you know, when you're in that meditative state of like going back and forth and weaving, you know, it's just so beautiful and peaceful. And so whether, you know, whatever might be in your mind, it just kind of like calms it down, you know.
Yes,
So because you kind of, it's not like you have to totally concentrate, but in
exactly.
essence, it just kind of forces you to, like, you're like, okay, I got to make sure I pick up the right amount of beads, and I'm going from left to right. And so I love weaving, and I'm so honored that you love the jewel loom. Like, I'm like, thank God she doesn't love any. I mean, you can love whatever you want, but I'm just like, thank God she
For
loves.
sure. Yeah, I was excited when I first got to meet you because when I got the Jewel Loom, you know, it has your picture on it, and I'm like, how cool is that? Like to be an inventor. How neat is that? And then I would have never guessed, like, just a few years later, like I would get to meet you in person and get to work with you. I was
Aw,
just starting out. The time
that's so
escapes me
cool.
of when that would have been, but like time's going so
Well,
fast.
2012, 2013,
Yeah.
2012 or 2013, it came out, because it's been it's been 10 years at least now.
Yeah,
And so yeah, and so
you're right.
it's been such a beautiful journey. And you're right, you know, I never used to really own the fact that I had a patent. Like, people would say that to me, they'd be like, you know, you're in the books. I'm like, what books?
No, that's like
You
one of my dreams, honestly. I think that's the coolest thing ever. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
it is. And I'm more about like speaking to it now, because I think it's something that if you have it in your heart to design something, you know, that you should try, you know,
You should do
because
it.
they say that if you don't do what's up here, that chances are somebody's going to develop it. You know, like, I've heard that there's like a saying, like, if you don't do it, somebody else will.
It's actually happened. I mean, I've had ideas before and then seen them pop up, and I'm like, well, it really is just the universe is just growing stuff, and you just got to be the one to go and pull it down,
Yeah.
right? It's
This
there.
one's mine. Yeah.
Or somebody
Aw.
else will, because these ideas are, they're like,
Yeah.
they're out there for
Yeah.
us, you know?
Yeah. They're out there. Yeah. There's just a lot of innovation and a lot of creativity. And so thank you for mentioning the patent, which happens to be D676, 879. Just saying. I
I
I have
always wondered,
memorized.
like, what gave you the original idea, though? Like, I would have never thought of the
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
How?
So yeah, well, I definitely was turned on to Lean's beaded loom way
Oh,
back in, and Sarah, if Sarah's watching, not another Sarah, the 1900s, because it just sounds like so long ago. But that I learned how to bead in the 1900s, and on Lean's, and Lean had a loom, and it was like a mechanism thing, and it had stuff, and it would bow as well, but it was a little bit different. And so that inspired me. I wanted a wood loom, but it was not the easiest path to take in that moment, to come out on in the market with that. Like, plastic is just what it is, right? And so the easy thing to do was to find a partner which, you know, I originally tried to do the loom on my own, but
Oh,
that
okay.
was just, yeah, that was just not going to happen. So that I knew that Beadalon had a lot of real estate, you know, in the stores. And so, and we had a relationship because of artistic wire and stuff. And so, so we got together. I literally rolled it out with paper clay that dries by air. And I did all the grooves. I'll have to bring that on set one time. And I did all the grooves and the buttons and the hole. And I even drew in like my name and all of that. And so, yeah. Yeah. And then I got the patent on the first try. So it's a design patent. So there is a difference between a utility patent and a design patent. And with bead looms go way back. You know, we both have a Native American background that I don't think either one of us really talks about a lot, but Chickasha Choctaw with my mom's family and your background.
You know, I don't know if I have one or not. I did my
Okay.
23 and it was like a point something percent.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think we
But I
all
don't know
have.
the history. I don't know the parts of my
Yeah.
family have been here a while, and parts of them came over more recently, like the potato family.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of my family came during that.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
there's just a lineage with the weaving that goes way, way back. So a person could never say that they like invented a bead
yeah,
loom
it's
because
like saying you invented beads. I mean, that goes back to
exactly. So
things.
you go for what's called a design patent. So
Right.
that's
Oh
what
gosh.
I
I'm
have.
gonna
I
pick
have
your
a
brain
design
on this stuff. I definitely do.
patent. Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's so cool.
I would like to do more of that. More sharing of my background. But so okay, so we get so excited. This month's box, do you want to show everybody what they're getting? And then I'll also give a peek of the little bonus that I stuck into every kit. I think we got to get there we go.
So the kit, I've already used both of the buttons. Or actually, it comes with one button, right? You sent me two just so I could do it.
And that's a check glass vintage button, by the way. Yeah, aren't those gorgeous? Yeah, there's one of those in each kit.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah,
It was a
super.
perfect color. I love tortoise. So
Yes, no, it just went with that so very, very well.
and then the beads are a beautiful palette of fall colors that I just thought were so cool. So there's
Yeah,
some of the finishes are really unique and the more
yeah,
special finishes. Especially like this one right here is the marbled turquoise. I fell in love
yeah.
with these marbled ones.
Oh, they're so gorgeous. I think I was just gonna say, I think that's almost a $4 tube right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm really bad at picking bead mixes. I always make them too expensive. I'm so
No,
bad.
but no, it worked
I
out.
want a galvanized finish, right?
Yeah, no, they're just all of these are just so incredibly gorgeous. And I noticed you don't have the spool, but we did buy, we
Oh,
did
I'm
add
sorry.
a spool. Yeah, no worries of the super, am I calling it
Yes,
wrong? The
there's a
one G.
spool of
I keep calling it Super G.
yeah, I know it's the 1G and I goodness, you know what? I meant to bring that spool up. It's down in my
Yeah,
little
no
thread.
worries.
My little
I can
basket.
show it. Yeah, I can show it. That's fine. I don't know, Joan, do you want to add my face? I just can't get over those patterns. Okay, so the 1G, so there's a spool. And this little guy, don't lose it because I did some research online. These things retail for like 8 something. Like
Yeah,
1G is no joke. Where are we at? It's
they
like
don't break
nice. Yeah,
they're
it's
good.
really beautiful. So there's a spool of this. I don't know how to hold it. There's a spool of the 1G and it's this gorgeous tealy green yumminess. So that is in the kit. And as a little, I like to throw things in. So I threw in a strand of ceramic beads and I had Robert make a feather. So the kit is really, and then of course there's always tea and a cookie, but let me see. I just started. Lori says she just started using it. Yeah, it's a game changer. It's really nice. And it made sense for this kit because I don't know, just like the beads you chose and everything. Like that's what we always try to do. We try to make the kits really that all the products complement one another. And I think this kit like really was off the hook. Um, there's one box left that is available for purchase and shipping tomorrow. Just one. But then Danielle and I were just talking and we figured out that I could add 19 more to the site, which I did. And but but it's going to be like a 7 to 10 day turnaround on those 19 because I got to order some more stuff. So if you're interested, please get your order in so that I know. But again, there's one left that's ready to ship out tomorrow. And but then the other 19. So if you're not that first person, if you are, the next 19, you're going to need to wait, like probably take me about 7 to 10 days to get more super. Why do I keep calling it Super G? Because it is super
Because it's
fabulous.
super.
More, it's super to get more 1G in and then get everything out to you. So, thanks, Sandra. That is so sweet. So yeah, so I think too, like in addition to what is going on for August, which by the way, outside of that one kit, all the other kits shipped out on Tuesday, I think it was. Yeah, Tuesday. Stephanie said she just got hers. Carmen, I would imagine in Jersey, it's going to take a hot minute. What did Caroline say? Caroline should be getting hers. So yeah, so the majority of all the boxes shipped out on Tuesday. Everyone's been added to the course. So when you buy a Creative Soul box, it's a course and you get the workshop components. The course is loaded. It's amazing. I've added everybody to it. If you did not get your email, please let me know. That one person who gets the one box, as soon as you pay for it, I'll add you to the group. Please know there are no discounts on the box. I try to keep it priced. We haven't changed the price in 4 years. In 4 years, it's not gone up. And I do everything to keep it that way because that's just was a commitment I made in the beginning. Nobody knew things were going to get really high, but we're managing and it's good. So yeah, and you can subscribe if you want to make sure you get a kit, and you can also buy as you go, which I think is a great benefit. Subscribers get an everyday 20% off in the entire shop. They get a special code and they get to shop all year long and save 20%. They get a private texting community. And so I can't tell you how often I am on, I'm on the phone with somebody texting, helping them, get through anything from, it could be simple as credit card situation to a new address to I need help. So I think that's a really great thing. But going forward, Danielle is going to be with us every month.
Yay.
Every month.
Lots of patterns are going to come to life.
Trying to contain my excitement. And so every month you're going to be designing. We've got some gorgeous check glass pressed seed beads in pretty much all the colors that are being offered. We did just discover that there's one color that I'm going to go and buy to add to the palette. And Danielle's going to be doing her thing. She's going to be designing, and whether it's a bracelet and earrings, whether it's necklace, whether it's, I don't know, where I'm giving her creative freedom. We're going to, of course, have conversations, but I trust her wholeheartedly to design something that you are all going to love. And then when you feel the need, you will choose to provide a little video if we talked about it, that if you feel you need to show them how to sew the button on, then you'll do something short and you'll add that to the classroom. We've got all the PDFs, which are like so incredibly cool. And I just think it's going to be a really beautiful addition to the Creative Soul community. And it needs to evolve. Creative Soul needs to evolve. It is time. Something you may not know, I secured Creative Soul Studios like probably 10 to 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I have Creative Soul Box and I have Creative Soul Studios. And to me, when I think of Creative Soul Studios, it's like visualize you're walking into, you know, like a brick and mortar, right? You're walking into a shop and you're going to take a workshop and you're just evolving. There's like all these different things you can learn. And so that's really, I feel like that's where my head's going to be. And so I'm excited that you're going to be doing this designing so that I can figure out, well, what does that look like for everybody? So it's exciting. It's exciting times. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you say something. I'm doing all the talking. I'm losing my voice.
Oh, well, I was thinking I might, I'm just getting to discover the latest version of the earring loom.
Oh, yes.
And so I'm going to do another video. I know there's already one up there, but I want to do another one because I want to show with this one. And I already have a plan. I've already got an idea for a cool earring.
Okay.
Popped into my mind in a dream, and I woke up and wrote it down really quick and didn't forget it. I just need to pick the pose, but the design is done. It just needs need to do the thing. The download happened. So.
That is amazing. I love that. And what Danielle is speaking to, that loom that she is showing is the earring loom. The earring loom used to be a flat piece of wood. It was actually a business card that I took to Bead Fest 2 years ago. And then this wildness shows me that she made an earring on it. And I was like, you did what? And I was like, oh my God, she's so cool. Yes, you took this flat piece of wood. It was a loom, a business card, and you did an earring. So from there, we birthed it correctly, not correctly, but you know what I mean.
You actually did change the design a few times. You've perfected it now. I see. It's like so good.
So and you used to show people how to stick like something, like a piece of wood or one of the tassel makers.
The tassel maker, I believe.
Yeah. And so now, because I was like, what do you not have the right loom? And she's like, no. I'm like, oh my God. So I just sent
I'm actually going to keep them all going because I like the.
No, keep them all going. People have their originals. So it doesn't hurt. People have what is it called? Like the first version. And now this is like the second version. So yeah, like, you know, everything needs education. But I just thought it was so cute.
I thought it was a loom. I didn't realize it wasn't a loom. You gave it to me and I'm like, oh, I love this. I'm going to play with it. And on the plane home, I had these beads that I bought at Bead Fest and I was just stitching away. And then I knew that
I knew that. I knew when Sam and you and I were having fun that day and then you did that. I was like, oh my heck, this is so crazy. So good. So good.
That was a fun trip.
I know. I miss seeing everybody this last, because they just had it again, right? Neither of us was there.
A couple of weeks ago, yeah. But I don't think they're doing the Interweave Award anymore. I think they only did that a couple of years, maybe.
We were the first.
We were the first year.
We were the first year. So yeah, we were. And then I think they did it one more year. And then I didn't know that they weren't going to do it anymore. So whoops.
I didn't either, but I was excited.
Yeah, no, I loved it when I did our picture today. I was like, when you sent me your headshot with the award on it, I was like, oh, I got one of those too. I'm gonna do, because I had that as my profile, and then I took it down. I was like, oh, I'm so posting this.
I'm keeping it up there forever, and people will be like, wow, 2022, huh? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? It'll be the year
I'm shy. I'm
20.
I was excited when they told me who else won because it was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to meet her. I was so excited. I was hoping Nile would go. He didn't make it
Oh,
to the,
that's
but he was
right.
there in spirit.
Yes, he was. That's right. Yeah, both rounds of people were so
Yes.
beautifully deserving and everything. So that's so cool. Well, we're really there is a blessing in this industry with our community too, because really, quite frankly, without the communities that all of us, a lot of us share a lot of the same people, and the community really is um, what makes it special. Because really, why do we do what we do? You know, like if we don't have our people, and what are we doing? You know, like what are we doing it for? It's like Jackie Lyons. Yeah, Jackie just posted in the group, and she bought the large wisdom warrior, and she made the hat band kit that came with it. I was just telling Danielle I washed my hair and it's falling out. It's like all over me, and I couldn't believe her warps were like really good. I was like, dang girl, you
I gotta check that
go.
out.
You know, it's so crazy. It's like, yeah, you just look in the Jewel Loom group and you look at what people are doing, and it's so amazing. I'm just always in shock, you know. And then Miss Joan comes out of the closet over here, you know, doing some freehand stringing and taking the boxes and making necklaces and stuff. And I'm like, what is who are you?
Oh,
She is so cute. She's so good. And I'm so excited that she's making stuff. It's really just so beautiful to be around such amazing creatives, and
it's so true.
I love, yeah. And Deb
You can be having like
on,
the worst day, and then this community will pull you out of whatever you're feeling. You'll be
they
back to
will.
normal, stitching
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So true.
That's yeah. The
Well, thanks,
blessing is
Lori.
waking up and seeing what people do with your product, with your designs. And you know this, like you and Carol are, sharing your seed bead mixes, and
Oh yes,
how excited people get. I was like, oh, because I'm like, wait a minute, where'd she get that footage from? Are they at the beach? Like, why am I not there? Like, yeah.
I've been
So it
taking
was,
full advantage of the AI tools. It's getting a little insane. It's like I can pretend
oh,
I'm anywhere now.
that's
We're
scary.
well, we got a request for Celestial, so it's gonna get
Oh,
it's gonna get
very
totally.
cool. It's gonna get crazy. I love that.
It's gonna
I
be so
love that.
fun.
Very excited. Very excited. Everyone's doing really cool stuff. Colleen just shared. Um, she just, yeah, she just shared a palette that she did for. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joan. The dollar bead box, maybe somebody's bead box. Anyway, she knocked it out of the park. So, and I'm sharing all this because I just think that yes, I do most of my work on the loom, but collectively, what is being birthed, like with Nile and Sam and Jill and Deb and yourself, Danielle, and other designers and people, it's like collectively you can just see what all of us are doing, and like we're learning from each other, and then our community is learning, and they're teaching us a few things. And like Lori is ridiculously talented. Jersey Lori. um so it's all good, and that's what I think the whole creative soul concept really is. I've seen a lot of the community members take the box, and they will either follow the instructions or the course, or they do something on their own, and that's super cool. Super cool. So I think that's the best thing. Marlon Brando is snoring. Can you hear him?
Aw.
Joan says she can hear him. Yeah, yeah. He busted open the door, and he's underneath snoring. This dog. He's too funny. Okay, I'm just gonna see. Lori Plummer says, Danielle, you are just amazing. Yes,
Aw,
I
thanks,
agree.
Lori. Aw.
She's great. So good. Sandy says, yippee. SEJ Designs. I'm not sure that I know who that is. You'll have to let me know. I don't know if Deb's here, but she said hi.
I think I saw
And
Deb
Mel.
there. Hey guys.
Okay, it does look like, let me see what just happened here. It looks like that last kit is gone.
Somebody
And
got
so
it.
so that person will, so that person will get that kit, and then anything that is sold thereafter is we'll be looking at that 7 to 10 day turnaround, because I've got to get more 1G in stock.
Cool. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's a beautiful kit. I went a little crazy with patterns because I had an indecision where I didn't know which one I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I just did them all. But you can, if you loved it, you can get another kit, and then you'll have enough beads to make all of the patterns. There's a bunch of them. There's 2 earrings and 2 bracelets that are up there. I'm actually wearing the earrings. I should show those. I've been wearing these are my favorite. I really love them.
I think you got to come down a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Come down. Yeah, there you go. We can't see. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah.
That's just really fun to do.
Gorgeous. No, I was just going to say, this is like part of the wow of what you've done for us. You know, like you just gave so much of yourself. Thank you.
And you inspired this with your palette photo, your inspiration for the palette. And I was just
that's
like, well,
right.
I like that. And all the ideas I had before that, this one kind of topped them. So I just like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And it showed that bright pop, like that bright blue, that bright orange, it just jumps out at you. And that's what I really loved about this pattern. And the original pattern I'd had in mind was more of like we talked about like late summer, just early fall. Yeah. But I was like, oh gosh, but the leaves. I love the leaves.
And you have the dragonflies in that one, correct? There's dragonflies.
Yeah. And this could be made, once you have this pattern, guys, you can just make it in many colors with any of the boxes that are coming up. So if you decide you want to do another version, you've got that pattern forever.
Yeah, I love that. I really love that. And just the way that you finished it and what they're learning there. You know, people are always asking about finishing techniques with loom work. And so it's really exciting to see what you've done. You really gave a lot in this first, in this first box. I feel like you just poured your heart and soul into it. And I can't wait to hear from everybody. And
I had so much fun. I'm thinking for the next one, now that we've done, I wanted to do the classic easiest way. So everyone has that in their, their toolbox to know how to do that. But I was thinking of doing a little bit more complicated closure for the next one, if you're game for it, but you can always just come back and do this too.
I'm always game for, I'm in.
And anytime I do something a little bit unusual, I'll do an easier version. And then in case, there's something for a beginner always, and then maybe something to challenge you as well.
Wow. Very cool, Danielle. Thank you so much. You just did so, I couldn't ask for more. Like, I'm just so grateful. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. We're going to, as one of my coaches says, we're getting ready to land the plane. And I love when he says that. It's such a, a sweet little way to say we're getting ready to like.
My friends used to call that close finals.
Yeah. And so, Joan, do you want to bring Dee and I back up? So where are you going to be? Do you have anything going on tomorrow that we need to know about?
Actually, I would love to share that I have finally figured out how to do Carol's fluffy fringe earrings, in case anyone's following that. Saturday. We're doing fluffy fringe on Saturday. I have it here. I can hold it up if you want. It's happening.
Yeah, no, please hold it up. I think I saw a picture.
Yeah, so Carol is another beady genius. And so often I'll reverse engineer stuff that she's done, and I'll do a formal pattern for our bead group.
Oh my God, so fun.
So this is the fluffy fringe.
Let's see.
Not done yet. missing its side,
Okay.
and it's not.
And when are you going to show people how to do that?
This is Saturday.
Tomorrow or Saturday? Okay, that's Saturday.
Seaweed Saturday, yeah, which we moved to 2 p.m. Pacific at the
2
request of
p.m.
our and yeah,
Okay. 2 p.m. Pacific
time.
Saturday. And
Saturday.
Okay. And do they find you on the YouTube for that?
Yeah, it's just on my YouTube channel, and it goes to my Facebook too.
Okay, so like this. Okay. I love that.
Yeah, same thing.
I love that.
It's gonna be super fun. And
yeah, it's another technique. And you know, I always think that there are off loom techniques that then can be somehow added to an on loom project. You know, so it's always good.
There's gonna be a lot of that coming up.
Yeah. A lot of that synergy of like, oh, we'll do this, but you can, and I love that. I love the stacking of that idea. I love the building of that. So
I can't wait
very
for
cool.
you to see the crazy idea I have for them.
Oh
I'm just hoping
God.
it works because I haven't tested it yet. It's in here.
Oh, well, I trust you. I
gotta trust you too someday.
Yeah. Well, you have your cheerleaders. You have all your cheerleaders that trust you. So,
but I was brave enough to mention it. So there, now I'm committed.
Yeah, now it has to like birth because you put it out there.
Yeah.
So, so just so everybody knows, my intention. It seems like this live went like there haven't been any technical issues. So my hope is to get back on doing the lives at least twice a month. We'll see how it works to do it every Thursday, but regardless, there'll be something every Thursday. And if it can be a live, then it will be. I'm working on some new bead kits with the check beads like I introduced in January. So I'm going to be making some more of those. So we'll need to demonstrate and play around with that. And Danielle, you made a comment about extra kits. If you're a Creative Soul member and you do want an extra kit, reach out to me in the texting group because you have special pricing on your second kit. So you can just let me know if you need an extra one. So I think do you want to say anything else? I'm excited. I can't wait to see your next project.
I'm going to get to work on it. I still owe you a palette. I have to pick those colors.
Yeah, because we're going to do 5 colors. Yeah, we can do 5 colors every month. That's a lot.
I took 4. No, we just 5.
Like, what's the 5th one?
I don't know. I just my brain sometimes.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you pick for the closure because it'll be fun for me to kind of see what you've done, and then I get to go find the stuff. And I love that.
I hope it works. We should be like,
it'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. Or there'll be I'll find some other way to make it work.
Yeah, that's a fun thing too. Is just like the alternative to what can happen. So
yes.
But anyway, all right. For those of you that know and care, I'm hosting Bunko tonight. It's a big deal. I have to go to somebody else's house though, because this one is too small. I made French dip because we have like a full-on dinner. And I've been cooking this thing since yesterday. Yeah. And so I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous. Like, I think it tastes good. The stock tasted really, really good. And the rest of it's like chuck roast. And I have provolone cheese and Swiss cheese. And then you put it on like this ciabatta. How do you say ciabatta? Ciabatta roll. You know what I'm saying? Is that how you enunciate it?
Is it the bread?
Yeah. And then, like if you would dip it into the sauce for my people from back east. You would dip it into the sauce. And so I'm a little excited about this. So
me too.
That's my thing. I adore you. I respect you. I am so honored that you're doing this for the community. And thank you 1,000 times.
Thank you. Right back at you.
Okay. And have a great Saturday. Everybody go watch and learn. And Joan, did you want to say hello? No, she doesn't want to say. Look at her. She's so naughty. She's like, I'm over it. It's like 3 hours.
I can see Joan. I can't see her right now.
Oh yeah.
I look
There's
like
you.
crap. That's why I don't want to. Leave me alone. Hi,
You don't look
everybody.
like crap. Oh my God. You're so funny. We love Crappy Joan. We love Crappy Joan. You're
Well, it's
adorable
good
as
to be back
always.
with everybody today again. So
I know. I've missed everyone. And so thank you for your patience. And I'm feeling good. Like the new interweb package that I bought. Let's be working. So,
Sweet.
you know, you got to do what you got to do. No problem there. All right. Everyone have a beautifully blessed evening and an amazing weekend. Check out Danielle on Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And we will be back next Thursday with something. I have something I want to make. So I'm thinking about what it's going to be. I have to think about that. And we'll see you again. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.